Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Manifesting with the Moon. Today, I am here with Stephanie. Emily could not make it, but that's okay because we're here to talk about the full moon in Pisces. Isn't that right, Steph?
Yep,
In
yep. Full moon
Pisces,
in
which
Pisces.
also happens to be an eclipse and a blood moon. So it's super intense and super powerful. So, yeah. Well, first, before we dive into the full moon energy stuff, tell me how did your new moon cycle go this past couple
New moon
weeks?
cycle went really well. And I think one of the things that I really wanted to improve on was that sort of getting things in order.
Hmm.
And one of the things that I started doing at the new moon, and I've carried on doing, is I've not necessarily got myself into a bit of a list routine, but I do love a list. But what I've done is I've started using this. Okay. So it's a bit of a routine of downloading all the things that I need to do, but only prioritizing three things
Ooh.
because I know for me, if I see the long list, then I will get overwhelmed. But if I just go, what do I need to do now? And then get it done, I see reward and I see progress, and then I take the next step. And very often, I think this is the key thing with manifesting or creating change or creating new habits. The more you do it, the more you go, yay, I did it. And then that motivates you to do it again and to do it again because you're getting those little intentional yay moments, that dopamine hit that us humans love. And that's really worked for me. And I've really tried to embrace that Virgo energy of, and really just kind of, and I mean, am I Virgo or am I Cap? Anyway, basically the energy we were working with last time, it was basically about order. And I really wanted to get back into that order and rhythm and doing things. And this helped me do exactly that. It created that routine for me. So I'm quite pleased with the way things are done. And I think that I've made progress. How about you? How did your new moon to full moon go?
I think it went really well. I was also trying to kind of just keep on track and stay organized, and I have always been a list maker, and so I kind of continued to do that. But this time around, I decided to, at the beginning of the week, I always make my to manifest list. And I'm like, okay, this is everything I want
Hmm.
to manifest here in this area of my life and everything. And then on my planner each day, I have a manifested list and I just kind of write everything down that I do, even if it seems really silly and mundane, because I can look back
Hmm.
and say, oh, look, I have actually accomplished some things today. And even though it might not have technically been on my list, at least I can look back at it and say, like, oh, yes, you did accomplish anything. Because I don't know, I think moving
Hmm.
into this full moon energy, especially the last couple days, I've felt really very drained, like very, very tired. And
Have
I'm
you?
like, yeah, I don't know. Normally, this is my time of year where I'm like all peppy, like, yes, let's go. Let's go back to school and let's get all the things and let's get everything organized for fall. And this year, I'm on the struggle bus a little bit energetically. I think it's just a weird low season for me. And so just being able to say, like, oh, yes, I did make lunch today. Good for me. I did accomplish something. It kind of has been very helpful. And I'm kind of still rolling with that Virgo organization. And then I can look back and be like, okay, yeah. Because I think that's what was really helpful for me this year is that keeping track of these moon cycles every couple of weeks has really made me realize that I actually do get a lot more accomplished than I think. And when I am intentional, I can like really make some really good movements forward. And that's exactly what I want as we're coming up on the last part of the year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. And like you said, I really like that with the manifesting, recognizing some of those things that you are doing with intentionality, and but also all of those small things that you're getting your wins are all steps in that direction. And very often we're stepping into this new identity, the person we're manifesting into the future. We're manifesting it now. So we do the things like, I want to be more helpful, manifesting better health. Well, you're not going to do that unless you start drinking more water, going for a walk, so every time you're stepping into the going for the walk, keeping yourself hydrated, looking after yourself physically, you are manifesting your reality now, not waiting for it the future. You're pulling it towards you. And it's not always about walking in. Sometimes it's about also drawing it into the now.
Yes,
So I
I
like that.
agree. Yes. And those little bitty tiny actions that you feel like might be completely insignificant, it is like bringing it closer to you. So good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. It is all good stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what would you like to chat about with this moon? What are
Oh my
your
goodness.
feelings around it?
I don't, eclipse season. Okay, so I just know that eclipse season is a little bit it's intense, but I think it's really intense in a good way. And so right before we hopped on this call, I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling kind of like what do we want to talk about?" So I cast some runes. I
Oh,
did a rune
great. What did you
casting.
get?
Okay, so I only got three. I got Algi's neutral in Midgard, so I'll explain all this. Othila reversed in Niflheim, and Ingwaz upright in Vanaheim. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Let me grab my little things. Okay, so this is Algi's. Can you see him? He's
Yep.
like a little trident prong looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he was neutral in Midgard, and Midgard is it's the earthly plane. In Norse mythology, it is the earthly plane. So whenever I get a rune cast in Midgard or set in Midgard, I'm like, what is happening right now in this
Okay.
moment? Okay, and so algaes is it's all about protection and um, kind of it's mostly considered protection, but I like to associate like everything in my life with mythological monsters. So
Mm-hmm.
this one reminds me of Cerberus, okay? And so right now I was like, okay, what's going on with this happening? And for me, like as we're stepping into this eclipse season, I think of Cerberus and how he has three heads, right? And
Yep.
he is kind of looking in all these different places. He can see so much around him. He's got to guard the entire underworld after all. And so I think
Yeah.
this is like going to be a really good time where you need to really settle into your body because Cerberus does only have one body. So he's looking at everything. Everything feels very like chaotic and mixed up and everything, but it's time to like really ground into your body. And if you
Yeah.
don't, you can either go one way and let your mind go a little bonkers, or you can just kind of stay rooted in this reality to some degree. So
Yep.
that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Othela, which is this guy, okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
all about ancestors and inheriting things either physically or emotionally. That is in Niflheim, which is I always think of it's kind of a land of like shadowy darkness. I think of it very much like that Avalon, like what's out there? It's very shadowy. So it's like diving into the shadow realm, but not quite full on into the underworld. And so
Mm-hmm.
for me, this feels like karmic generational stuff is going to be coming
Yep.
through big time in this eclipse.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so you got to watch out. And I think it's going to be really important that if you do have some of that coming through, you need to acknowledge it and then let it go because you can let
Yeah.
it take charge like Cerberus and get all mixed up in your mind, or you can just be like, hey, great, awesome, bye, move on, and just like flush it
Yeah.
out really quick. And then
Mm-hmm.
Ingwaz is this is what I always think of as like quantum leap energy. And this was like right upright in Vanaheim, which for me feels very like it's super naturey and creative and very colorful and Mardi Gras filling. And so it's like quantum leap, right? If you don't hold on to
Yeah.
any of these stories, then boom. And that's what eclipse season is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the thing is this is in the eclipse season, this is about our absolute, we can jump. We can
Mhm.
make big jumps. And it's exciting times, but also it can feel unsettling because obviously exciting, unsettling almost feels the same, really, doesn't it?
Oh,
A
sure.
bit like exciting and nervous, almost the same feeling.
Yeah, yeah. And with the blood moon too, I mean, you know what I think of when I think of blood moon stuff. It's werewolves. Always. Big
Always
shifts.
werewolves.
Always werewolves. I'm obsessed apparently. But I always think of them during the full moon, but also with the blood moon, like, oh, huge transformations, right? Like, and it can go either
Mm.
way. You can go off and, take out a village, or you can just go and have a really nice run and howl at the moon, I guess. So it's
Yeah.
whatever you choose.
Yeah, and I think it's probably just also embracing the power of it, isn't it? This is also about how, in fact, the moon is powerful.
Yeah.
It's regularly there, but I mean, it's there and I mean, if you think werewolves, that is complete shifting. But even, all of us, we're mostly water. Every single month, this full moon is pulling us. And now we've got with an eclipse, we've got the sun on the moon on each side. I mean, we're going, whoa. So even if you
Yes.
just think about us energetically as physical beings with all this water inside us, it is no wonder that most of us feel this whoosh feeling, almost
Mhm.
like think about it as a pulse. And I think that that's when you said about it's the quantum shift opportunity. It's that, yes, it is, because look at that. It's literally, it's not just like pulling us or gently moving us. This is a whoa. And it's just literally in moments.
Yeah. And I love it. It's so fantastic. And because it is eclipse, you also have that opportunity, which you don't get very often, right? Of where you have this capability of shifting with the full moon, but you can also be like so intentional because it's also like a dark moon, I guess, essentially. And so
Hmm.
it's just really it's fantastic. And yeah, with the Piscean energy, right? If you're
Yeah.
rolling with it, it can kind of swallow you whole. And I think you're going to have to really be careful to not go too deep, right? Like it's always good to be deep in your spiritual focus or whatever, but you don't want it to bog you down. You kind of want to
Yeah.
watch it go by in the current.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to be completely it doesn't have to be a tsunami. It can just
Mhm.
be a wave.
Yes. Yes. A
Yeah.
big wave that you can ride like a,
A big
a killer
wave. Yeah.
surfer, right?
It's an eclipse. Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I was reading about this particular blood moon is it is going to be really clear for the majority of us every night for about 3 nights.
Mm.
So it may already be present. So full moon is on the 9th here in the UK. So is it that the same for, I'm guessing it's probably exactly the same for you guys. So on the 9th, but according to everything that I've been reading, because of its location, it should appear big and full for at least one, possibly 2 nights before,
Mm.
as well as 1 to 2 nights after because of its location. And it will always rise in the east and it's going to look full. And apparently, it's the early evening to try and catch it.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. What
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
great
So,
time frame to shift,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's quite exciting because it's going to be a full moon that's going to be visible to all of us because it's not going to be at like 3 o'clock in the morning and we're going to be, oh, where is it? It'll be nice and full and it'll be on the horizon at sort of dusk. So it's perfect. We should all get to see it and we should all get to see the color as well.
Ooh, it's so exciting. This is like the perfect time if you've ever like forgotten to ever put out some water to drink the moon water. This would be a really good time to maybe do that because you're gonna
Oh,
want
it
that
would.
really good
Yeah.
moon
Yeah, it would
water.
actually.
Hmm.
Yeah. Moon water's so nice, and you can add it to your bath, or you can just,
Yeah.
make your tea with it and anything. So it's always good.
So good. Yeah. My kids always drink it up really fast.
Yeah, we as mine do too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of the most because but it's always so nice and cold when you bring it in from outside. So they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, can I have a glass for breakfast?" Okay.
Yes, you can't deny them that, right? It's so good for them.
No, never, never. Who could possibly deny anyone some moon
I
water?
know, I know. All right, so big question then. What are you manifesting then for this full moon? What are you doing
I
for it?
What I am going to do is I'm going to do some manifesting with money this month.
Ooh.
I know. So I haven't done this for a while. So because it is the full moon, my intention is to bring more money in. So in order, because this is the full moon, I need to create the vacuum so that that money can come in. So I have decided the things that I think will help. So this is where, for me, the full moon is about setting this intention. What am I going to do this full moon is a bit of a practice to manifest money for this almost like so that we're going to the new moon. And then I'm going to sort of like, so I'm creating my vacuum to the new moon. And then
Mm.
when the new moons come, it will also be manifesting money and then it will be bringing it in. So this is about creating the vacuum for me. So I am going to do things like I'm going to clear out my purse. I'm thinking about where's all my money. I'm going to clear up. I've got coins that kind of are all over the place in my house. I'm going to start tidying up my money and putting that all in one place. Because one of the really lovely things about when you're manifesting with money is about really embracing the money that you do have and not just kind of discarding it. So I'm going to stop discarding money or making my purse or my handbag or my wallet messy. I'm going to get rid of old receipts that have been paid for. I'm going to make sure that all my invoicing is up to date. So I'm not, I'm not, there's not sort of like nothing's messy because then if everything's tidy, money has a place to go. So the money, my wallet can be all nice and tidy. So I've got places for my money to go. And then, so I've got a nice clean purse. All my coins can go in. I've not got any old receipts. And my handbag, for instance, or my purse doesn't have a load of old wrappers or old receipts or whatever else is in there. All get nice and cleared out because what I want to do is I want to create this lovely place that says, I love money, money loves me. Come, come, come. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And then, because it's also to do with business, I'll be tidying that up as well. So it'll be things like making sure that I've sent out all my invoices, making sure that my diary's up to date so that when I do invoice, it's really easy to do so that money again can arrive easily. People who book with me can easily pay into my account because I've made it accessible. So I'm just going to tidy all these things up so that money comes and arrives really nice and easy. So this is about tidying things up, making it easy to receive, and yeah, and go from there.
Yay.
How
That
about
sounds
you?
great.
It does, doesn't it? I'm quite
Yes,
excited.
absolutely. Yeah, I love that. I think I have been really diving into um my pearl sequence, which is a gene key sequence in human design or whatever, and it's all about
Hmm.
prosperity and everything. And so I've been kind of going through that. And one of the things I really want to focus on this month is being committed. I think committed to my
Okay,
message, committed to my intentions of why I am doing this so that I can start pulling more people in to my world, essentially. So,
great.
yes, so I'm working on that and kind of using this eclipse to remove any blocks in like some of that old programming that might have been is still hanging out in my subconscious body, right? So, like, I'm sure that we always have programs running in the back of our minds. So, I'm just trying to kind of pull those to the surface and shoo shoo, get out, move them through. So,
That sounds
yes,
really good.
yes,
That
good
sounds great.
stuff.
So So, in fact, we've both got quite clear manifesting intentions, which really is about creating a place for as people want to come in,
Mhm.
but creating that vacuum. So, we're really working with that whole universal law of vacuum, really, right now, as well, aren't we?
Yes, yes. Got to clear it out in order to let things come in. Love
Yeah,
the law of vacuum. It's such good stuff. But I do think that a misconception is a lot of people say that when you clear out stuff, it leaves room for more abundant things. And that is true, but you could be getting an abundance of things that you might not necessarily be wanting
absolutely.
either. So intentions, 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 right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that this is where this is key. It's you're creating the vacuum with the intention of, and like for me, mine's more money. And
Yes,
for you, it's more people into your world. It's
yes.
clearing this all up, creating that vacuum for them to arrive.
Yes, and then giving them a clear path to
Yeah.
go in the world, and same with the money. You got to have a clear path for the money channel,
Yeah.
because money is a neutral energy, just like everything else. And so it's not going to just be like, oh, well, I think you really want me. I'm going to come over. It's going to just go where it wants to go because it's just energy.
Yeah. I think we ought to do, this is just an idea. I think we ought to do a manifesting money to do with the moon as a
Mm.
separate thing. What do you think?
Ooh, yes. I think that would be super fun. Are you thinking like a wealth bowl? Are you thinking something else? What are you thinking? Or a money bowl?
Yeah, I think anything, maybe just also a separate thing that might be quite fun for people to do, and they can replay any month as well.
Oh, I agree. I think we will definitely put that over in our Patreon group so you can head on over there. And yeah, you can also head over there to get our PDF so that you can keep track of what you are manifesting so that, when we come around to this time next year, you can be like, oh, yeah, look at me. So powerful. Already
Yeah,
manifested that.
I've got this manifesting with the moon nailed.
That's right. That's right. I mean, why wouldn't you use it, right? It's
Yeah,
accessible energy every single month. Right there in
yeah,
the sky. Such good
exactly.
stuff. Well, do you have anything else to add for this full moon stuff?
I don't think so. Only I'm going to add my thing that I found out today that this moon is called the corn moon, not the harvest moon. So normally the full moon in September is called the harvest moon because it's the moon that's closest to the equinox. But this year, the full moon that's closest to the equinox is in fact the October full moon. So the October full
Oh.
moon will be called the harvest moon. So, and it's normally called the hunter moon. So that will be called the harvest moon. And this year, this full moon is called the corn moon. So think about all of those lovely ripe corn all being
Mm.
harvested right now. So the corn moon is, I mean, and just think that lovely, deep, nurturing, think about the food, think about growth, and it's all coming to here. So if you want to go for symbolism as well, really think about that lovely ripe corn, juicy, sweet. That's the feeling with this meat.
Oh, yeah. And absolutely abundance. I mean, all those kernels on one little cob, and then you never see just one
Exactly.
corn plant, corn stalk by itself hanging out in the field. You see so, so many. So
Yeah.
abundant right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, thanks for that because I had no idea. So, what happens to the hunter's moon? Is that just going to be in November? Do we just kick it back? Do we
No,
just get to decide
I
what we
have
call
no
it?
idea. I have no idea. I wonder whether or not we just lose it for a year. I'm not too sure, but it
That's
will,
awful.
I'll find out for next month.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, well,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you everybody for coming today and happy full moon eclipse season and blood moon. Shift away.
Absolutely. All the
Bye.
things.